The Ekiti state government is making good its promise to improve its infrastructure, as all is now set to construct the first flyover to ease traffic in the state capital, Ado-Ekiti. The state governor, Ayodele Fayose, says that the overhead bridge will also enhance the aesthetics in the state. The Commissioner of Works, Fumilayo Oguns, reassures residents that the project would bring more economic development to the state capital. The Ogun State Governor, Ibukunle Amosun, has asked youths in the state to make themselves available for the various programs and initiatives being put in place by the government to develop their God-given talent. He said this while hosting campers of the state summer camp at the government house in Abeokuta, the state capital. He also promised to continue to give education and necessary attention it deserves.
That you are being taught, please take that away with you. Keep it. Don't just let it drop at that school at the summer camp. It's going to guide you. It's going to be your Quran and your Bible. It's going to be your dictionary of life that you will continue to follow, to read. And once you follow that path, I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be very successful in whatever career that you choose to pursue. So once again, congratulations. And when you get home, I've told you Ogun Standard is not just about what you do in the classrooms. What you do in your various homes, the way you relate to your siblings, the way you relate to your uncles and aunties, the way you relate to your parents, and indeed the way you relate to the entire community. It is when you are good for yourself that you be good to others. So I am happy that you are imbibing all this Ogun Standard culture.
You're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting. Time now for sports news with Ayo Balogun.
Yes, indeed, it's been a long wait for Nigeria since the opening ceremony of the Games started or took place on August the 5th. And finally, Nigeria's male football team have won the country's only medal at the Rio Olympics, where they defeated hard-fighting Honduras 3-2 to clinch the bronze. Sadiq Umar scored a brace, with Aminu Umar also getting on the score sheet before the Central Americans fought back to take the game to 3-2. With this victory, Nigeria has now made history in the Olympics after having winning gold in Atlanta 96, silver in Beijing 2008, and now they have a bronze in Rio 2016.
Salas, who couldn't clear the wall last time, this time gets it up and over the wall. The backhand time! 3-2! Oh, what a jump! He hung there in the air for ages. For the last 90 minutes, they gave it a really good go. And to be fair, the first half they gave it a good go. It was just that 12-minute period. That is it. It's all over. And Nigeria get their first medals of the Rio 2016 Olympic game. What a team they have turned out to be, and they will take the applause of the crowd here in the Mineral in Belo Horizonte.
Congratulations to the Dream Team 6. Now, after a disappointing performance at the Rio Olympics, the Ministry of Sports in Nigeria has confirmed preparatory plans for the 2020 edition in Tokyo will not be delayed. Indeed, the football team had to dig in deeper to put up a good performance by winning the bronze medal. In this special report, our sports correspondent Austin Okunapan assesses Team Nigeria's performance at the Games.
Nigerian athletes waving to the crowd, smiling and hoping to sustain the smiles when the games begin.
Nigeria, so many memories at the Olympic Games.
But that didn't happen, as most of the country's athletes struggled to make it to the finals in their events. But what could have gone wrong?
It's hard to say we're trying to put blame on anyone other than ourselves or anything like that. But I think the main thing is that it's very frustrating to talk about, as you can tell, because we worked so hard for the last 4 years, some of us last 8 years, and we get here, we're getting no support. We're running around chasing for money that we're owed. But suffice it to say, it's very frustrating.
The Ministry of Sports refuses to accept those claims.
We paid the allowances of athletes up front just 3 days into Olympics. As I'm talking to you now, we have paid everybody 22 days allowances. Even if they qualify to the next level or not, we have done that.
Even in the midst of adversity, some athletes still managed to give their best, but it wasn't just good enough.
I actually came here to enjoy myself. I was not really expecting to have qualified for quarterfinal.
I really got a lot of support from the Nigerian people. That's really been helpful on Twitter, on social media. They really support me, and it just took my all to make it to the semifinals. So I'm excited.
And for Nigeria, well,
for basketball, there are some positives.
I'm really proud of our guys' efforts. Obviously we beat Croatia, who ended up winning our group. And we're really competitive against Spain and also Lithuania, who are number 2 and number 3 in the world.
For Ese Brume and Toby Amusan, it wasn't a bad experience in Rio.
I'm thankful that I'm opportunity to be to be an Olympian, to be there, and also to qualify to the finals.
Germany leads from Nigeria, Trinidad and Tobago.
For others, it was just depressing trying to give what you don't have.
Trinidad, Tobago.
It's been abysmal. It's not been what I expected. I think the athletes are themselves very disappointed.
The football team also failed to make the finals, but went on to beat Honduras for a consolatory bronze medal.
On Sunday, the curtains on the 2016 Rio Olympics will fall, and countries with regards to sports development will start getting ready for the 2020 edition in Tokyo. It has been a tough experience for Team Nigeria, but one that has also passed a very clear and important message to sports officials that it is what you sow, you will reap. From the Villa Olympica in Rio de Janeiro, Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News.
And so we look forward to Tokyo 2020 for a much better performance. And that's a wrap on Sports News. I'm Ayotunde. Welcome. News at 10 continues shortly.
Turkey has announced that it'd be more involved in efforts to end the war in Syria and accept President Bashar al-Assad as interim but not long-term player. The Turkish Prime Minister, Binali Yildirim, while stating the policy shift, insists that Mr. Assad can't have a role in Syria's future. Fighting has continued in the city of Hasakeh, where Syrian government jets have bombed Kurdish areas for 2 days now. Hasakeh, which is 80 kilometers south of the Turkish border, is mainly controlled by the Kurdish YPG militia, but Mr. Assad's government forces are trying to push them out. Turkey is staunchly opposed to Mr. Assad, but it's also fighting the Kurdistan Workers' Party, the PKK, an ally of the YPG. And the main news again. The Nigerian army today claimed that it has rescued over 20,000 people held hostage by Boko Haram militants in the northeast, just as it has denied the allegations of killing 40 of the Chibok girls in airstrikes. Also today, leaders of the Niger Delta condemned the increasing tension in the region and recommended development as solution to the militancy in the area. And the All Progressives Congress today promised to ensure a level playing field for all the aspirants in the party's governorship primary scheduled for August the 27th. And that's how it's been on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for being a part of it. On behalf of everyone here, have a splendid night rest. Good night.